Yo, Dan Larson here. Welcome to the newest episode of Letsynthesize. Today I want to show you a little neat trick to create key tracking in Ableton Live. Basically, you can control any kind of parameter with this little Max plugin. But first, let me show you the example sound I want to show you today. So this was in context. This was my latest dubstep track. You can listen to it on my Soundcloud called I don't know, I don't remember its title, but you can check it on my Soundcloud. I will drop the link below to the descriptions. And here is the instrument and the sound soloed. It's not that very strong sound on its own, but in context with other sounds, I think it sounds really good. Let me show you the main stuff. And there is an important sound for it, a clap, I believe. Where are you? Skrillex offbeat clap. Okay, so here we are. If you have been following me for a while, maybe you can remember this bar bass here. I covered this bass sound in one of the first tutorials, the Synthesize Sunday tutorials. I believe it the fourth or fifth, I don't remember. So this is that sound, and so this Riddim, as I called it, Riddim Metalic offbeat bass sound, is based around a technique, what I call Keytracking. Well, not I call it, but this is the official name of it. When you control something, a value, basically anything it can be with Keytracking. So when you, I think I talked about this about 1,000 times in my previous tutorials, but what it does basically is it tries to match a value to the key you push on your keyboard. So if you go higher on your keyboard or lower, it tries to match that information to the value what you set there. So we have this beautiful Max device here called expression control, where you can set different values and different stuff what you can as a controller. So you have velocity, mode wheel, pitch bend, aftertouch, and which is more important and interesting for me is the key tracking stuff. So as you can see, there are mapping functions here. So I mapped the frequency shifters or ring modulator. Yeah, because we are in ring modulator, not frequency shifter. So I set the ring modulator's frequency to key tracking mode, which means when I push a keyboard, I push a key on my keyboard, it determines a frequency, and check this number here. I go higher, this value, the frequency of the ring modulator, increases. The same happens when I go down, go lower, I mean. So this is very good because if you don't do this, the whole sound can turn into very unnatural sound, which is not good. You want to make interesting sounds, and you want to make believable sounds, which means that your ear can believe that this is a real instrument. And without that, especially in ring modulator, I don't know, it won't sound that good and won't sound very natural to your ears. And unfortunately, built-in live effects don't let you use this stuff. And I know what you think. There is a function in Serum for that, and especially there is a ring modulator filter in Serum, but that is only one thing. You can control anything here with this expression control plugin, Max plugin. So basically, you could control this simple delay effect to what I did in previous versions of this sound and in this song, but I decided to delete that because it didn't give too much for the final sound, so I deleted the control, but I let only the simple delay stuff, so it doesn't move, it doesn't change its value, but it gives some nice character to the overall sound. So because on its own, I mean without with the simple delay, it sounds this, and without that, so the key to these metallic kind of sounds, what you just heard, is the followings. You have a simple delay plugin set to very short amounts of delay time. This time it is 17.9 milliseconds, and you set a relatively high feedback value to this knob. And this way you can get some pretty interesting metallic kind of sound, because with all of these very, very short and lots of delays, you can get some phasering or flangering kind of effect, but they stay static, so they won't move. And this gives some kind of very interesting metallic sound to your ears. So in previous versions, I decided to move this time value to, with the Keytracking mode, but I just decided it doesn't really need that, because listen, it's just not that much effect what it gives. It's all metallic, so we are cool. And just for a very short check or a very short screenshot, let's check this operator preset. So I use this routing here. We have one oscillator going out, which is A, and all the other oscillators are modulating oscillator A. So the main oscillator is a triangle on course 4. I think there is nothing else here. We have oscillator B, which modulates A, is a user-defined this kind of shape here, oscillator on course 16. Another here, which is a simple sine wave on 12. And the third modulator for oscillator A is another sine wave, this time on course 2. And I think that is only this is what we did here. I set an LFO to oscillator B, but I doubt that it would do anything important here. Okay, it sets the movement, but it's not that important. Here you can do it with anything, right? I mean, you can use anything, especially you can draw in your own automations for that, but an LFO makes some really easy job for that. I set a phaser, which clears up the sound really drastically. A flanger to make some more metallic sound. And the frequency shifter, which creates a very interesting tone to the final sound, I believe. In ring modulation, of course, because this is not frequency shifting now, it is ring modulator. I push this knob here for that. Bit warmer not plugin, a saturated plugin with bit warmer preset. I pushed up the drive, an OTT, and that simple delay what I just described, and an EQ at the end. So this is a kind of simple sound. I also added a sub bass, which is very simple. Again, a sine wave modulated by another sine wave, both of them in course 1. Just slight modulation, not too much, and some filtering. So this is all for the sub. And I also set a knob to modulate the second oscillator here, oscillator B's attack time. Oops, attack time. This value here, what you can see, because it creates an interesting, well, not transient, but let me show you instead, just describing. So if I let the attack time at a shorter value, the final sound is not very interesting because the modulation doesn't move. So this is why I decided to have some more time or more value, bigger value on attack time. Because this way you can clearly hear the modulation on oscillator B, which makes the sound move a little more and makes it a lot more interesting. Anyway, so this is the sound, and if you're interested in this beautiful Max plugin, just go to descriptions. I will I will paste the link for this little plugin there. Download it, it's free, completely free, and it is very handy. One more thing, I had to play a little with these minimum maximum values to, you know, make the movement and the controls, the frequency shifter, or not the frequency shifter, ring modulator frequency knob behave a lot more naturally to your ears, to your sound, because from 0 to 100, it wasn't very the best. It just wasn't the best result. So I had to play it with a little. So I recommend you to do that too. Just, you know, experiment till your ears are finally satisfied with the final result. So I highly recommend that. So if you're interested, you can download this preset from the descriptions from Artist Union link, but don't be afraid of that. I only ask for your email. I don't need anything else. And if you enjoy this little tutorial, feel free to subscribe, drop a link, drop a like, sorry. You may drop a link for your music if you want, of course, but drop a like, drop a comment. I love reading your comment, hearing your voice. So this was all for today, this week, and see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.